You've drafted. You've drafted again. And maybe even one more time. You've edited until you couldn't edit anymore, and then you found a little more strength to edit just a bit more. You've nitpicked the details, you've corrected comma splices, but now comes the final step, proofreading. Proofreading is probably the final pass you'll do on your book before it gets into the hands of readers. This is after all the actual editing is done, and you're just looking for those pesky little capitalization errors, misplaced punctuation, and extra spaces that might have slipped by in those other 2 million rounds of editing you've already done. I'm currently in the process of proofreading 2 different novels, the first 2 in my series, because I'm coming out with the second edition of the first book. So here are a few of my best helpful tips for proofreading. The first one is get help. No, we're not doing the get help gag. I mean, it's time to enlist a few of your friends or family members who sold their souls to you at some point and get them proofreading. Unlike other rounds of editing, you don't need any special skills to proofread something. Just a pair of eyes and a little bit of old-fashioned reading. If you have a friend or 5 who are willing to help you read through the book for one last time, looking for all those little errors so they don't become misprints, take their help if you can get it. By now, you've probably read this book so many times that it's going to be difficult for you to catch much of anything, and even professional editors miss stuff. So the more eyes you can get on that book, the better. If your critique partner or beta readers are up for doing some proofreading, that's great, and if your writing buddies haven't read the book in full yet, even better. Number 2 is don't rush. This is your last chance to fix errors in the book before it goes live, so don't rush the process. It's tempting to hurry through the last proofread because at this point you're tired of reading the same book over and over again, and you have a million other little things that you want to be doing for publishing. But don't do it. Take your time, work on it at a normal pace, and don't proofread when you're really tired. I'm a night owl, and I love sneaking in a few writing sprints at the end of the night, but if I'm proofreading or editing, I gotta cut those off. I have to be careful about not missing stuff because I get too tired, because it is easier to miss things when you're tired. And the farther into your edits you go, the more dangerous this game is, so I try not to proofread late at night. I try not to even line edit at night, but I can do developmental editing, and drafting is just fine. Number 3 is use audio. This is my biggest not-so-secret tip. My absolute favorite way to proofread is by following along while using text-to-speech. This is, in my opinion, the very best way to catch typos. I can't believe everyone doesn't do this. It is seriously crazy how many little tiny things you can catch while doing this, just by switching up the format that you're proofreading in. And on top of that, try moving to a different program and changing the font. For my final proofread, I moved from Scrivener to Word just for this purpose. Now, some people will swear by changing the font to Comic Sans, and I think they are maniacs, but you do you. I usually go from Times to Arial or something similar like that. Now, supposedly this works because of sight reading. By the time we get to proofreading, we've read this book probably a dozen times by now, and our brains will glance over issues because it's already familiar with what's coming up next, and it can block out stuff when it's not what you're expecting. And the last one, number 4, is don't sweat it. And I'm not just worried about your stress levels here. This is actually going to help you miss less errors. Now, I don't have any evidence to back this up, but I think if you're stressing about every typo you find, you're going to miss stuff because you're stressing more about all the typos you think you're missing. Yes, seriously, I think I have missed errors in parts of books in the past because I was too stressed about trying to not miss errors. And this, of course, is where having some great friends to help you out is going to bring that stress level down and help you relax a little bit. You know there's other people working on it, and if you miss it, there's a chance somebody else is going to catch it. If you'd like to dive into the world of Alexia, you can check out Age of the Gods, which is a free short story I'll have linked down below. Alright, that's all I got for you, so thanks for watching. Bye!